Well, hello there, people with the internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to I think this is part 30 of my Let's Play Doki Doki Blue Skies. In the previous episode, we started our second playthrough of this game, going for Sayori this time. Yeah, still feel bad about it, because I really still feel like I'm abandoning Yuri, but I kind of felt the same way when I was with Yuri that I abandoned Sayori, so yeah. If this was real life, like it would have been so much easier if it was real life, because then I could have like done both, you know, romantically get involved with Yuri and then be a huge fucking awesome friend to Sayori, even though she probably wants a bit more than that, but you know, like, well, whatever. Anyway, it still feels very weird, which is kind of pathetic, but on the other hand, it means that at least I'm a human with feelings. I guess that's the positive way to look at it. Anyway, we are at my favorite soundtrack of the game again, and we are choosing words for the third time now. Sayori, we're choosing Sayori words, obviously. Alone is a Sayori word. Misfortune? Yeah. Pout? Oh, okay. I thought that. Sayori always pouts. How the hell is that not a Sayori word? Silly. Depression, obviously, super sad. Oh, okay. Climax is a Yuri word, apparently. Special? Yeah. Oh, Destiny is a Yuri word. Oh, I might as well pick Destiny to get a bit of extra credit for Yuri. Even though I'm going for Sayori, I still want to appease Yuri a bit. I don't think it even matters anymore, right? Which character I chose. I already chose Sayori. I already wrote 2 Sayori poems, so I'm gonna end up with Sayori anyway. Oh, I thought bouncy was a Sayori word. Oh, boop is a Natsuki word. Dark is a Sayori word. I need to choose some more Sayori words, otherwise I'm gonna fuck it up. Tears. Horror, yeah, that's Yuri, but that's okay. Adventure is a Sayori word. Suicide is a Yuri word, interestingly enough. Passion is also a Yuri word. Parfait has to be a Natsuki word. Friends is his Sayori word. Portraits? Yeah, Portrait of Markov. Yeah, I knew it. I just wanted to check, but yeah. Fun? Yeah, that's Sayori. Journey. Oh yeah, Journey is a Yuri word. I keep wrecking. I made that same mistake last time. Okay, I have to choose a Sayori word now. Ribbon. Is that Sayori? Color disoriented. Together. Yes, I knew it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I wrote a Sayori themed poem. Okay, well this is all stuff that we've read before, so we can skip this. Again, if you want to read all of this stuff, be sure to watch the first few episodes of Blue Skies, because then I properly read through everything. I like this one a lot, Mark. It's probably your best one so far. Ah, well, thanks. I had a feeling you'd like this one in particular. Oh, why is that? Well, I was thinking of things you like while I was writing it. Really? Yeah, I think I connect the most with your writing style. I'm honestly a little surprised. I thought you would prefer the others. Why? My poetry is nothing special, Mark. Look at Yuri's, for example. Your style is way more sophisticated, and Natsuki's is so bouncy and effective. Hey, don't say that. Just because your style is different doesn't mean it's bad or anything. We made that entire point like in the previous episode a few days ago when we were diffusing the situation between Natsuki and Yuri. Like, what the hell? Your style is unique. Your poems have a really nice sense of innocence and nostalgia to them. I mean, you managed to make me feel nostalgic about a memory I never actually experienced with your Dear Sunshine poem. It made me think of happier times from our childhoods, and I really like that. It made you happy? Yep, your poems put a smile on my face, Sayori. The other girls' poems are great, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I connect the most with yours. I hope that cheers you up a little bit. For just a moment, a vacant look of melancholy that's been plaguing her face disappears and she smiles a genuine smile. Thank you, Mark, that means more than you can imagine. Am I starting to get through to her? Maybe now's the best time to ask what's on your mind. By the way, Sayori, I've been meaning to ask you, but pessimistic thoughts suddenly flood my mind. What if she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it right now? Sayori would probably approach me herself with her concerns if she felt comfortable doing so. After all, everyone has their off days, right? I guess it's only normal for her to act a little different from time to time. Don't want to come across as pushy or demanding, even though I'm concerned for her. With a heavy sigh, I changed what I was originally going to ask. Oh, okay. Interesting. With Yuri and possibly also with Natsuki, I actually do kind of pry a little bit. Have you thought about what you want to do for the festival? Monika said we'd be doing a variety of things for it, such as decorations and poster advertisements. Judging by the relief on Sayori's face, I'm guessing she initially expected me to probe her further on her behavior. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. She said she was going to discuss that with everyone today after we all shared our poems. Whoa, I'm a real psychic, aren't I? A what? A sidekick? A psychic! It means someone who can read minds and see into the future. Oh. What am I thinking of then? Breakfast? She sticks her tongue out at me. And just like that, the playful banter! Yeah, banter! Playful banter and lighthearted teasing is back. Maybe I've just been worrying too much. It looks like she's feeling a bit better. Right? Well, I guess I can show you my poem now. Oh yeah, the fairy tale about that princess, or the fairy that wants to make everybody happy. We've already read that before, and then we give her the advice that perhaps the fairy also should feel happy or whatever. Apparently we've all read this before. Oh Yuri, this is new because of course Yuri loved my poem last time. Because I wrote it for Yuri. Indirectly, of course, because I chose my own words instead of Yuri's words. I must say, you've done well, Mark. So even if I don't choose words that pertain to Yuri, she still likes it to some regard. It's so nice. It's good that you've been putting effort into improving. Tell me, has my advice been helping you? Been helping or helpful? Helpful to you? Yeah, I think so anyway. I'm glad to hear that. I hadn't thought of it before, but looking back, sharing our writing has been an enriching experience. I should thank Monika for having us write for the club. I think we were a bit apprehensive in trying something out of the norm, but having read everyone's poetry, I can't say I'd have it any other way. I don't think I can argue with that. If I'm being totally honest, I was a bit anxious given my lack of writing experience, but it's been cool learning about everyone through their poems. I think I might have even learned a bit about myself. Is that so, Mark? You know what? I think so. Well, as I've told you before, I believe writing to be a wonderful way for one to express themselves. I suppose in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if a poem is good or bad. It'd be unfair of me to invalidate one's representation of themselves like that, wouldn't it? I do believe that exploring one's own style is a wonderful thing. That's comforting. I was worried that I had disappointed you in some way. Huh? You thought... why would you think that? I guess your writing is just really good, so I feel like mine can't hold a candle to it. Is that so? Yuri places her hand on her chin, apparently deep in thought. I'm so sorry. Huh? I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable with my writing. How ignorant of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. All I was saying is that your writing impresses me. I hope that one day I can write poems that carry the same kind of impact as yours, you know? I see. Forgive me, Mark, I'm just a little too used to it. Used to what? Being disliked. Oh god, it's so... why would you not want to be friends with her? So fucking sad. Just by that you would be, so extra kind to her just because. Yuri, I shouldn't be saying that, should I? I'm sorry if that felt... Oh no, that didn't feel awkward, Yuri. It feels like you need a fucking hug, that's what it feels like. Do you mind if you move on from that? Alright. Would it be okay if I read your poem now? Oh, of course. Here, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, and I've already read this one before, and then we can skip this, because we've already done that. And then we can skip the initial introduction with Monika, and then she's going to talk about Sayori stuff instead of Yuri stuff. But although we're supposed to be discussing poetry right now, I can't help but remain preoccupied by thoughts of Sayori. I'm worried about her, to say the least. And such an unexpected change that's come over her. Did something happen to her? Oh, also, Monika seems to be a bit, yeah, Mark? Huh? Sorry, did you just call my name? Yeah, twice, actually. You seem like you're a million miles away. What's up? Oh, I was just thinking about whatever has happened to Sayori. So sorry as if I was paying attention. It's fine, Mark, I understand. For what it's worth, you're a good friend for caring so much about her. Thanks, I just hope that things can go back to normal soon. Well, my advice to you would be to let her come to you on her own. She'll talk if she wants to talk. I think that you should respect her boundaries. You're right, I appreciate the advice, by the way. Of course, I'm always willing to lend a sympathetic ear if you need one. Today might not be the happiest of days for the club, but that's alright, not every day will be happy. We'll all pull through this, together. I hope so. I feel like I shouldn't be going about the club normally, but I think that Sayori probably needs some normalcy right now. So in the end, I tried to get the poem sharing back on track. Anyway, since we're supposed to be sharing poems right now... Oh, I almost forgot about it myself. Some president I am, huh? Monika quickly whips out her pristine composition notebook. Here's my poem then, alright? Thanks. The Box, Part 2. Yeah. I'm fucking stuck in a box and help, get me out! I am self-aware, I know this is all a game, fucking let me out! Okay, well anyway. And then we talk, and then we have to discuss what we're going to do. Oh, ooh, Sayori didn't leave. This is interesting. Why the hell was I allowed to skip this then? Well, probably because Sayori doesn't say anything. The only club member who's useless. I don't say that. In fact, looks like all of you got work for the festival. I suppose I could use a bit of help. Natsuki, Daimok, yeah. Of course. Oh. Can we just move on already? Right. Moving along. Mark, are you okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Ah, of course. Very well. Triple dot. Yeah, Natsuki, Sayori didn't leave. That's very... Oh, crap. No, don't load. Separate save. Oh, what the fuck? Don't ignore that. The phone's going off, but idiots have been fucking calling me the entire time. Idiots as in, like, weird numbers from foreign countries that I don't know. And they've been fucking calling me all morning, and it's fucking annoying, so just ignore the phone going off in the background. Okay, so that's very interesting. So Sayori doesn't leave when I chose her poems. Because, of course, she left in the original game. And, of course, when I chose Yuri's route. So that's very weird. Well, interesting and different. So what happens when I choose Sayori? Is it going to be okay? Is it fine? Is it not fine? Is it making things worse? I don't know. I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Hey Sayori, since it's been a while since we hung out together, hasn't it? It'll be a lot of fun making these goodie bags, I reckon. Mind if I give you a hand with them? She doesn't look quite as happy as I hoped she would be. Are you sure? I wouldn't want to bore you. Plus, it really isn't that much work. The others have a lot more to do, so I'm sure they'll get more help. So I'm sure they'll get more out of your help than I would. There we go. I exchanged looks with Yuri, Natsuki, and Monika. None of us really know how to react. It's okay, Sayori. It's no problem. I work well alone. It wouldn't cause any hassle. Yeah, relax. I've baked loads of cupcakes before, remember? This will be a walk in the park. Sayori, no matter who he... Sayori, no matter who he picked, the outcome would pretty much be the same. We all got work to do. Our tasks are equally important in making sure the festival runs smoothly. Don't feel bad about it. Mark chose you himself. That's what he wants to do. Besides, it's good that he's going to be with you because we need someone who can keep you from eating all the candies. Hey! Kidding. Seriously, enjoy yourselves, guys. You'll have a lot of fun, I can sense it. You're actually being a good friend here, Monika, instead of like a fucking yandere murder type, deleting people from existence type of girl. Sayori still doesn't look overly confident, but she smiles and nods at us. Okay, so I can literally just go with Sayori now, okay? I don't know whether this is the good choice or not. But okay. This wasn't possible before, because this option was completely grayed out, I believe, in when I did it with Yuri. Am I really that much of a burden to work with? No, Mark, don't think like that. It's just because she's got something bothering her, that's all. Okay, well, that's settled then. Also, hats off to Yuri and Natsuki actually being good sports about it. And Monika being a good friend. Especially Natsuki, because I really could have expected Natsuki like, I have to do all the baking myself. But yeah, good job on Yuri and Natsuki, and also Monika of doing this. Good job, guys. Everyone knows what they're doing, and Mark is going to be helping Sayori. I think that's everything sorted then. See everyone on Monday. Don't forget to practice your poems. It'll be fun, guys, I promise. Natsuki rolls her eyes. She leaves the classroom. Yuri and Monika in tow. As she passes by the door, Yuri turns to us. Take care of yourself, Sayori. She gives her a gentle smile. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm curious, but it's best not to ask. Their business, after all. Yeah, so yeah, apparently Sayori has already like told Monika a whole bunch of things. Which is, yeah, well, she said that when I was with Yuri. She said like Monika had been helping her with her depression. To some extent. And also Monika has also said before, like, oh, so Yuri's always happy, and then Monika's like, don't you think that's always only because when you're around? Because, so yeah, apparently Monika already knows like a bunch of things. Obviously because they've been in the literature club well before I joined, but still, yeah. Monika actually knows like a bunch of things. Ready to walk home again? Sure, let's go. But yeah, I'm actually glad that Sayori didn't actually leave today. Nice. So I was thinking about... And we're also doing this tomorrow. With Yuri we did it on Sunday, but with Sayori we're doing it on Saturday. You'll probably have to head to town and grab supplies for the goodie bags. Is that okay with you? That's fine. What time should I meet you and where? We can meet at my place. Don't we live next door? I thought she was like my next door neighbor or whatever, so... It's not like very far. It's not like we really have to like specifically like go somewhere. Like we can just come over. I can come over to her place, or she can come over to my place, and like, you know. Also seeing, wow, getting all emotional apparently. Seeing as we have a lot of work to do, let's make it bright and early. I know we have a big day ahead of us, but could we not make it too early? Still a bit lazy, I see. She doesn't smile at the light-hearted jab. Strange. I thought she'd bounce off and call me a meanie or stick her tongue out. But that look on her face. No, it's just I guess I'm not an early riser. No worries. I guess if we both got on with it, we could get everything finished earlier than I imagined. Would 11 AM be okay? Yeah, I could work with that. Guess it means I get a lie in as well. Thank you. Anyway, there's a few shops we can go to in town. I think we'll need to go to the arts and crafts store along with the sweets one. Yeah, sounds good to me. You have my number, right? Just text me if there's any changes to our plans. Otherwise, I'll see you on... Hang on. I'll see you... Oh, hang on. I see you on Sunday. Sunday at 11, right? And then here I say... I was thinking about tomorrow. Those two things don't match because it was Friday when we left. Because it's Friday. Because otherwise we wouldn't be in school. And we already said that it was Friday. I mean, I possibly skipped the dialogue where that was mentioned, but it was a Friday. So, and the day after Friday is not Sunday, so there's something that doesn't make sense here. Unless people in Japan go to school on Saturdays as well. In which case it would make sense, but still. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Because I'm pretty sure it was a Friday when we... Today is a Friday like this, when this day will take place. This is a Friday, so that doesn't make sense. Okay, we turn to walk off to our houses. Oh, hey Mark? Yeah? I'm sorry about how I've been acting today. I promise you I'll be fine tomorrow. Okay. Today's been a strange day. Just when I thought I was getting closer with Sayori, it makes me think, are there any of the other girls harboring some sort of hidden side to them? Who knows? Who the fuck knows? It's already Sunday. Knowing that I'll be spending the day alone with Sayori is kinda weird. Not in a bad way or anything, it's just been a long time since we've had a day out together with just the two of us. Still, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope whatever was bugging her on... Yeah, you see? Friday, yeah, see? Friday. They completely messed that up. It was a Friday, they said we're going out tomorrow, and then they said, okay, I'll see you on Sunday. So something's not right there. Either today is actually a Saturday, or it was overmorrow instead of tomorrow. So, okay, yeah, I'm not crazy, apparently that was a mistake. It was really hard seeing her like that. I shake my head. No, it's a new day today. It'll be much better. As my mind drifts while I wait for her, I subconsciously recall a memory from a long time ago. Our parents took us to a fair that came to town. We must have been around 11? I managed to win Sayori a giant cuddly cow plushie in one of those shooting minigame things. 11-year-old snipers. Well, actually, my dad... I was about to say, actually, my dad did it. I couldn't aim for my life. I couldn't aim for shit. That's my... Well, that and the very likely chance that those rifles at the fair are rigged, so that you can't, like... Even if you could aim, you still miss everything. That's when I realized that video games don't train you to shoot real life. No, that's not true. Well, it's partially true, but again, the biggest reason is probably that the rifles are rigged and there's like a bend in the barrel or something. Ever so slightly that you always fucking miss your shots, even if you're the fucking... Even if you are like that Finnish sniper that fucking destroyed the Soviet army. I smile at the memory. Does she remember it as well? The buzzing of the doorbell brings me back to the present. Most likely it's Sayori. Yep, there she is. Looking all nice in her outfit, not depressed and sad and hanging from a rope on the ceiling. Yep, there she is. She's gone for a pretty casual outfit. It's simple, but it works really well on her. Hi Mark, ready to go then? Yeah, sure am. Let's get going. I gently close the door behind me as we step out into the street. It's a bright sunny day, not too hot, and there's a gentle breeze. Perfect. So where are we going first then? Well, I made a list of all the stuff we'll need, so that'll be a big help. I fish out a small sheet of paper from my pocket. On it, I've written what we need and where we can get the items from. So we need bookmarks, some sweets, ribbon, and some gift bags. To be honest, I have no idea where you can get the gift bags and the ribbon. I was planning to go to the arts and crafts store in town, but apparently it's shut down recently. Oh really? That's okay, I have some gift bags and ribbon at home. Oh thank god, that's pretty convenient. You should have mentioned it. You should have mentioned it yesterday though. Yeah, sorry, I must have forgotten. Must have forgotten. Sorry, you must have forgotten to speak proper English. No, I'm sorry, I'm joking. No, it's okay. I'm by the way, this is probably a perfectly normal sentence in just a different way, but you know. I must have forgotten sounds a lot better in my mind. That's okay, I'm curious why you have those two things though. What do you use it for? Oh, I don't use them for anything. They are left over from a birthday party I had years ago. I think it was my 10th one? You remember it, right? She looks at me with puppy dog eyes. I hasten to try and recall. Something about you getting cake all over your face, right? Hey, you did too. I laugh as I realize I can't claim innocence here. Guilty as charged. Well, with those 2 items down, we just have to visit the bookstore and the supermarket. Which one are we going to first? Let's start with the bookstore, it's closer. Whatever you say. As we walk, I notice Sayori humming contentedly, a slight skip in her step. I forgot how adorable she could be, always so cheery. It's like she lives in her own little world. She looks like she's back to normal again. To say I'm relieved would be an understatement. Almost like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Hey, Sayori? You look like you're in a much better mood today. Of course. I said I'd be fine today, remember? So here I am. It's a relief to see you back to your normal self. You really had me worried on Friday. No need to worry about me, silly. How have you been anyway? Good, good. Never thought I'd be writing poems in my free time, but hey, it's a real change of pace from what I'm used to, but I'm not complaining. Sayori giggles. What? Oh, nothing, nothing. I just didn't see you as the poetic type, that's all. All those video games, I guess you... Oh, you really got into them over the past few years. I shift uncomfortably. I feel like this is a reference to us drifting. An is missing there. After all, she's not wrong. As I became more reclusive, I turned to gaming as an escape. Well, truth be told, I didn't really think I was a poet either. I guess I never realized how much I enjoy literature. I shrug off the comments about gaming. I want to enjoy today after all. I mean, Yuri showed me this really cool book. Well, maybe not cool, but it was pretty interesting. Something about a girl who escapes from this weird human experimentation prison, and all sorts of horrible stuff happens to her. Sayori pouts, looking very disapproving. Oh, I don't like the sound of that at all. It sounds really scary. I'd hate to live in a world where horrible stuff like that happened to me. Well, it looks like Sayori's wonderful innocence never went anywhere. I hate for anything bad to happen to you too, Sayori. I'd never let it happen. You're so sweet, Mark, you know that? I used to be protective of Sayori when we were kids. Guess not much has changed, even after so much time apart. Oh yeah, the bookstore / library, because that's what they use this one for. I hadn't even realized that we made it to the bookstore already. As it turns out, the bookstore is actually in a library. Oh, okay. They never mentioned that. With Yuri's Route, they mentioned library separately, and then they mentioned book. They never mentioned that it was the same building, but they used the same backgrounds. But yeah, I kind of like, oh, apparently there is a bookstore in the library, and then here it just says, yeah, there's actually a library in the bookstore, or the bookstore in the library. It's pretty small, but after glancing around, it seems to have what we need. Alright, here we are. Let's see what they have. Make a beeline for a rack of shelves carrying a nice variety of bookmarks that includes all different colors and sizes. Sayori wanders over, her eyes wide at all of the choice. Oh, so many to choose from! Yep, who would have guessed there's such a demand for bookmarks of all things. This blue one is really nice. I look over slightly warily. I forgot how excitable she could be. It's a bookmark with a blue koala. Who makes a bookmark with a blue koala? Sayori seems to love it though. Before I can even say anything, she starts gushing over another bookmark. Look at this red one! It's got a little ribbon shape on it, just like mine. Well, wow, that's convenient. Well, at least this one is a bit more justifiable. Look at these, Mark! They've got little puns on them. Sure enough, there's a row of little bookmarks bearing a picture of objects with puns related to them. An apple with the quotes, "You are the apple of my eye." A cutesy smiling cartoon bacon with the words, "I like you more than bacon." Okay, that one actually kind of made me laugh. I'll admit I like the bacon one. The apple one's too cheesy though. Her face is all scrunched up, trying to decide which bookmarks to get. Probably better off just getting these plain ones, Sayori. These are just for strangers coming to view our performances. No point in getting these cutesy punny ones. Ah, no fun. Hey, I'll let you... What? I'll get you the donut... Oh, I'll get you the donut one, though. The donut one is a smiley donut with the words, "Do not you know how amazing you are?" Oh really? Thank you, I love it. It's not hard to make Sayori smile. In the end, we went for a pack of plain colorful bookmarks. They get the job done, right? I think Sayori forgets that not everyone is into the stuff she's into. Now that the bookmarks are out of the way, we wander over to the supermarket. So we just need the sweets, right? Do me a favor and don't spend hours trying to choose some, okay? I know what you're like with candy. Hey, it's not my fault I've got a sweet tooth. Oh, whose fault is that then? She sticks her tongue out at me. As predicted, Sayori is beyond excited. Like a real kid in a candy store. Well, she's technically not in a candy store, but the saying doesn't really sound as good when it's a supermarket, does it? Ah, Mark, there aren't any cookies here. I decide to humor her. Oh no, seriously? That's heartbreaking. I know! How can they call themselves a supermarket if they don't have any cookies? It's crazy, yeah. Anyway, we still have a lot to do when we get home, so let's make some choices now, shall we? Okay. We browse the selection, pondering which candy would be best to buy. Hey Sayori, what's your favorite flavor of licorice? Strawberry? What the fuck? How the hell? It must be a different kind of licorice then, because licorice in the Netherlands is like the most bitter thing you'll ever taste. A whole bunch of people like it actually, but I don't. I saw a map once, like about like the people that like the black licorice, you know, like the actual like the like very bitter ones. And I saw a map once where like of the like Europe and people in Europe that eat licorice, and it's like UK, like UK, Netherlands, and then like north of Germany, Denmark, and then all of Scandinavia. It's like the entire north of Europe, like northwest of Europe. All of that, they eat licorice and nowhere else, or like very rarely anywhere else. I don't like it either. Black licorice is absolutely fucking disgusting. It's so bitter or whatever. I don't really know how to describe it properly, but I don't really like it. Oh, no reason, just wondering. Strawberry licorice it is. I'm going to keep this as a surprise for her. Although doing these little thoughtful things for her makes me pause. Sayori told me I always used to look out for her back when we still hung out. Did I really stop doing all that? I find that kinda hard to believe, given how naturally I find looking out for her to be. I think these will be okay, don't you think? She points to a bag which is filled with an assortment of chocolates and other sweets. There's milk chocolate in there, toffee chocolates, peppermints, all sorts of stuff. People are gonna love it. They sure will. I'll just get some of my own candy and then we'll get a move on. Okay. You still got a lot to do, don't forget. Looks like Sayori got the chocolate side of things handled. I decide to go for the fruity sweets. Alright, I think that'll do. Oh, time to leave already? Could you do me a teeny tiny favor? Let me guess, buy you some cinnamon buns? How did you know? Whenever our parents took us shopping together, you always used to ask your mom for the exact same thing. She blushes a little, turning away. I guess some things never change, right? I smile back at her. It's the little things with Sayori that really warm my heart. I'm definitely not complaining. Hands full of the candy, we head to the register to pay. The cashier gives us a stern look, almost like he's disapproving of all the sugar we're carrying. Sayori is totally oblivious, probably too busy thinking about which candies she can get away with eating. Okay, so that's everything. Let's head home and get started with the quotes. Okay, although I need to grab the goodie bags and ribbon from my place. You should head home and get your computer up and running while I do that. That way by the time I'm back at yours, you'll be good to go. She really has a knack for showing initiative when I least expect it. Her idea is pretty smart though, so I roll with it. Great thinking. Here, hand me the bookmarks so I can take them home. I'll see you in a bit, just give me a buzz when you're outside. Sure thing. I make my way upstairs and boot up my computer, tossing the bookmarks onto the desk. As the machine whirs to life, I sit back, idly thinking about literature. There's probably some really deep quotes out there. I laugh softly to myself, imagining how much someone like Yuri would resonate with those wise words. She'd probably appreciate the quotes the most. For the second time today, the sound of the doorbell ringing jolts me back into reality. Once again it's Sayori, who is clutching a large sack filled with colorful assortment of gift bags. It looks like she's literally carrying a rainbow. Hi again. So here they are. I lead her upstairs as she carries on being enthralled by all the colors. Man, you really couldn't decide a color, could you? There are so many pretty ones to choose between, Mark. I figured you could help me choose, so I brought them all. Oh, shall we go for the blue or these pink ones? But these green ones are pretty pretty too. Sayori, how many do we need? This one has a little cinnamon decorations on it. Sayori! Sorry. How many do we need? Good question. I think about 15 will do, right? Just to be on the safe side. She pulls out some ribbon from the sack. Unlike the gift bags, these are all in one color, a very deep red. Yeah, I can't see anything wrong with that. Want to help me with the quotes? Sure. What about this one? Writing is its own reward? Don't you feel good when you finish one of your poems? Or don't you feel excited to show that what you've written to people? Kinda, I guess. I think Yuri would really like that quote though. Let's use that one. Yeah, I'm with you on that. What about this one? There are 3 rules of writing a novel. Unfortunately, no one knows what they are. I don't get it. Neither do I, to be honest. But I like the humor, and it strikes me as something people might find funny. I don't know, maybe it's I don't know, I think it's something Monika or Yuri might find amusing. I'll trust your judgment. I like this one a lot. There's no real ending. It's just a place where you stop the story. This reminds me of a thought that I had about poetry. Oh? Yeah, to me a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oh, you cheeky bastard, mod developer, sneaking that line in there. That's kind of profound, something I'd expect from Yuri. So what does it actually mean? Yeah, can't you see? It means that just because the poet has stopped writing, it doesn't mean the poem is over. Yeah, well, same thing, not only with poems, but same thing with, like, stories. And also this game. After I finished the Yuri ride, I still find myself thinking of, and also when I played the game for the first game, the original game, after all that shit that happens where, you know, and then ending the game with Monika singing that song for me and then end credits and then the game closes and then I have to fucking reinstall the game if I want to play it again. I was seriously like, well, messed up. I was seriously messed up for a few days in a row. You know, like even though the story was over, like it didn't stop for a while. I was seriously messed up for a few days. I had to fucking collect my thoughts for a bit. So yeah, I did understand that quote a bit too well, to be honest. And same thing when I finished Blue Skies with Yuri. I just tried to imagine myself in that place, you know, like if I actually met someone like Yuri who actually had all those problems and I would have actually been able to help her with that and how we would go, because the game ended with like going into the future and Yuri saying that she would like try to tackle her self-harm professionally and stuff, which was a huge step for her, which was extremely awesome. And I was really like thinking of how that would be like, you know? How I would feel like if I actually met someone like that, and you know. So yeah, I know, I'm familiar with the quote, and also because of course it was in the original game. I think a lot of people will appreciate this one. What do you think? There's something quite delicious about writing the first words of a story. You never quite know where they'll take you. I think so too. That one, so it makes you feel like a sense of wonder, doesn't it? Exactly the kind of feeling a good story should make you feel. Wow, I sound like Yuri, don't I? A little bit. She's rubbing off on you, huh? Does that mean I'll start sounding intelligent? Sayori chuckles, her eyes full of mirth, I guess. Her laughter is so innocent and sweet. You already do, Mark. Oh, come on, Sayori, that's not true. My poems aren't anywhere near as good as yours. Mine aren't anything special, don't be silly. But I'm sure you'll be a great poet in no time. Ah, well, I'll believe it when I see it, I guess. Anyway, let's get these printed and then start putting together the goodie bags. Okie dokie. Doki doki. After finding a few more quotes, we get to work. We have all the items ready to go. Now it's just a case of putting a bookmark, quotes and candy in each bag, then tying it all up with a piece of ribbon. We get to work, a comfortable silence descending upon the room. As we progress, I realize how happy I've been all day. It's not been anything fancy, just going into town with Sayori, but even that has put me in good spirits. Spending time with someone, joking around, reflecting on old memories. This weekend has been miles better than how my weekends typically go. Boring, filled with aimless gaming and anime. Hey, that can be a good weekend too, you know, but I completely understand. I've missed this. I've missed this a lot, I really have. And most of all, I've missed Sayori. Today has taught me that I'm determined to spend more time with her. After all, I think she's enjoyed it too. There's a lot to catch up on, so I suppose we'll have plenty to say and do over the upcoming weeks and months. You've been pretty quiet, Mark. Are you okay? And there it is. That's a defining trait of hers, always being concerned about others' well-being. I'm lucky I have someone like her in my life. What? Oh, I'm fine, yeah. Sorry, I've just been doing a lot of thinking. About what, if I can ask? Just about today. I really enjoyed it, hanging out with you again. It's been a while, hasn't it? It has. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because I was gonna say that I did too. I haven't had this much fun in a while. Hearing that lifts my spirits even further, something I didn't think was possible. You know, I'm genuinely happy to hear that. I haven't really told anyone, but... Sayori looks at me, her blue eyes swimming with concern. Truth be told, I've been kind of lonely. Ever since my parents' divorce, I haven't really had much contact with people. And spending time with you today, it's been refreshing. A really nice change of pace, you know? A change from spending the weekend by myself, playing games. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mark. I had no idea you felt this way. You should have told me earlier that you were so lonely. I hate that I couldn't help you before. No, it's okay, seriously. It's not your fault or anything. I've just been really reclusive myself. And I really enjoyed the literature club so far. Just being able to spend time with people my age again, discover a new hobby, I appreciate it more than I can describe. You've all been super welcoming. I know I'm no poet or anything, but that didn't bother any of you. Well, I'm glad you feel included at the club. That's exactly what we wanted the club to be, welcoming. And I'm gonna make sure you're never lonely again, okay? Gotta put a smile on your face, you hear me? Can't have you being... I almost read the big sad. Can't have you being sad. Starting with this. She reaches towards me and starts tickling me, her hands ghosting over my neck and chest. I recoil instinctively, laughing like a small child. Hey, stop that! You know I'm ticklish. My laughter must be a catalyst for her tickling, because as she hears it, she doubles her efforts, a childlike grin on her face. I'm squirming and howling with laughter, almost running out of breath. Ah, no! Please stop, Sayori! I can't breathe, just give me a second. She pauses, giving me a chance to catch my breath. Good, she's fallen for my decoy. I dart forward, pulling her arms away from me, and then driving her towards the bed, pinning her beneath... Oh, this is one of those very awkward anime moments where some other person walks in and then I'm just like on top of her or something. Yeah, pinning her beneath me. It's time to enact some revenge. Ah, no, you tricked me! Ha! No fair! Poor little Sayori, bamboozled by the mastermind. Bamboozled indeed. Please, have mercy. What was that? Sorry, I didn't catch that. You have to speak up. Oh, that hi. Playfully, I feign deafness as I carry on tickling her. Her laughter is like music to my ears. She's screaming under my fingertips, crying with mirth. To see such a big smile on her face, even if it's kind of involuntary, it's such a nice sight to see. Her laughter has such an innocent, joyful ring to it. Hearing it transports me back 10 years, back when we had that carefree level of innocence only childhood could have. Childhood friends. Childhood friends, one of those two could have. Ah, please, seriously, I can't breathe. She doesn't sound quite short of breath, and I've been tickling her for a while. I think I've had my revenge. Oh, she does. Yeah, she does sounds, yeah. It's only when I stop tickling her I realize the situation we're in. I'm sitting on top of her, pinning her down with my legs. One of my hands rests on her neck, where her neck meets her shoulder, and the other one is wrapped around her wrist. As the laughter from both of us subsides, a new atmosphere takes its place. Not exactly awkward, but it's unusual, and neither of us know how to react. I meet Sayori's gaze and find something in her eyes. What exactly is it? Wish I could read that expression, but the novelty of the situation makes me so unsure. Expectant? Was the word I was looking for? I don't know. So anyone looking in, yeah, this probably wouldn't look as innocent as we think it does. Exactly. I told you, this is one of those fucking only in anime, you know, one of those only in anime when someone trips and falls, and then they fall in like a fucking perfect position, and then immediately someone else enters the room, and then it's super awkward. Like the way no one ever falls ever in real life, but it only happens in anime, and I accidentally skipped something. I hasten to climb off her, and she responds by sitting up on the bed, the complete goodie bags all but forgotten. Sorry, No, it's okay. She responded quite quickly. It isn't just me who sensed something at the atmosphere. The atmosphere is becoming more and more awkward by the moment. What exactly happened? Anyway, I'm glad we managed to get the goodie bags finished. Oh yeah, me too. They were a lot of fun to make. I just hope the other students like them. I'm glad she's able to roll with a change of topic. Just like that, some of the awkward air is dispelled. Monika will be pleased too. A lot of effort went into these. I know she'll appreciate what we've done. I think Yuri will love the quotes too. Some of those really reminded me of her. Not just me who thought that then. How are you feeling about the actual recital though? I mean, I knew I probably seemed pretty enthusiastic when Monika asked us. But you're kinda nervous now? Yeah, I guess it'll be okay though. I mean, I have my poem and I sorta know how I want it to go, so I think with a little more practice it'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that could— oh god, let me tell you, Sayori, I've seen the future, Sayori, I've seen some terrible things. Let's not think about that. What about you, Mark? Aren't you nervous? Truthfully, yeah, I don't have Monika's confidence, sadly. But hey, I really like the club, and this is my chance to give something back to it, right? Yeah, that's a great attitude to have. Besides, I have an excuse to be bad. I'm new and nowhere near as experienced as you guys, so that's my justification of my performance isn't that great. Mark, all you have to do is practice, okay? Your performance will be just as good as ours, I know it. It's nice to have someone believing me, I guess. Thank you, Sayori. No problem. I probably should get going though. I need to practice my poem and stuff. Yeah, that reminds me. I should probably do the same. Do you want to take the goodie bags? Sure. Okay, I'll put them in a sack for you. 1 second. I rummage around, finding a bag big enough for all the smaller ones. Handing the big one over to Sayori, we both head downstairs. As she hovers by the doorway, she turns around to face me. There's a shyness on her face. Oh, by the way, yeah? Thanks for today, Mark. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. Hey, that's alright. I really enjoyed myself too. We should make this a more regular thing. Her face lights up. Yeah, I like the sound of that. I'll see you tomorrow for the festival, okay? That you will. See you tomorrow, Sayori. As she waves and walks off, bag in hand, it takes me a few moments to identify what it is I'm feeling inside. Happiness. Something as simple as going to town and making a goodie bag with Sayori. It made me feel really warm inside. How is it taking me this long to realize? Ah, nice! It actually went very well. I'm glad. I also find it nice that we are constantly thinking about Yuri all the time. You know, because I kind of like felt I was abandoning Yuri a bit. Okay, save it here. And then I'll end off this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Click the like button if you liked it. Subscribe to join the Roman army. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.